You are the sun, you are the only one. My heart is blue, my heart is blue for you. Be my, be my, be my little rock and roll queen. Be my, be my, be my little rock and roll queen. This is how to play Rock and Roll Queen by the Subways. A very simple and rocking song. I absolutely love this one. Easy power chords, open chords, great for beginners. Let's get straight in for a close-up. So from watching this song played live, we definitely need to play this with a 2nd fret B power chord. But for this whole tutorial, if you want to be able to do what I'm showing you here along to the record, you need to tune your guitar to E flat tuning. So all the flats, and I have a video of exactly how to do this here on YouTube. The link is just here, but I've chosen to do that in a separate video. So for all these songs, I'm not wasting time, but everything's proportionate to that. You can follow me here. I'm in standard tuning now, and you only need to tune down if you're playing along to the record. So it's a 5th string power chord with our 1st finger at the 2nd fret of string 5, and then the little finger is going to be here, which is how I recommend playing power chords when we're at the wide frets that are down at this low part of the neck at the near the headstock. So this is a B power chord. When we're tuned down, this would be a B flat power chord or a B flat 5. All we're going to do here is play this B power chord and stay on it for the intro and all the verses, and just play 8th down strumming with palm muting. So simple, but such a great sound. So we're only picking string 5 and string 4, and we've got the outside of our palm on the bridge just here. Now it varies exactly where you need to put your hand, because electric guitars vary in the style of bridge that they have. So I recommend trying to find the sweet spot and having your really palm muting from the wrist. A big tip is stick your little finger out to sort of point it downwards, and then vary. If you're too far this way, it will be too muted. If you're too far this way, it won't make any difference to the sound, it will just sound normal. And then there's that sweet spot in the middle, just resting gently. And the count would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that is our verse. You are the sun, you are the only one. That continues on for every verse, and the intro just stays on that one chord. And then when we get to the chorus, we have the E major chord, B ma, change to a D major chord, being careful not to play at the very least string 6 with that D chord, especially on electric guitar. This can make it sound, makes it sound very not good. Just make sure we either miss it out with the pick or keep your thumb on top of that. So a recap: B ma, D major, B ma, back to that wide fret power chord, that same power chord that we did before. Be my little rock and roll queen. Be my, be my little rock and roll queen. What a song. This is awesome. In that chorus, we just need what I call the most common strumming pattern ever. Down, down, up, down. Okay, so down, down, up, down on the E chord. Down, down, up, down on the D chord, and then the same power chord as we did before. We can use this first finger to mute all strings apart from the one that we want to ring out. And then with the strumming hand, this is such a big tip, we can actually like strum all the strings, really. We don't have to go like this. And be careful, we can just... So to compare that one more time, rather than having to, on this B power chord, you know, be very careful and strum just a couple of strings. With this muting here, I'm actually strumming all 6 strings, but it still sounds good when without this muting. Straight away it sounds very bad, and this is how bands such as the Foo Fighters and AC/DC can kind of, you know, put on a wilder live show, and it doesn't seem like they're paying too much attention to their picking or strumming pattern with some of the rhythm parts, because we're doing a lot of muting with the left hand. So let's just have a look at that one more time. Again, what that first finger is doing is pressing down on string 5 at the 2nd fret, but muting with the underside of the first finger, and also laying down lightly on string 4, 3, 2 and 1, so that if I was to strum all 6 strings, only 1 rings out. And that is especially important with any power chord that you do with a root note on string 5. Doesn't matter where it is. Then I was strumming all 6 strings, but we're muting using this hand. Essential for anyone that wants to be in a rock band to kind of get that technique. Otherwise, you know, this right hand is going to be prone to hitting other strings, and if you're not muting, it's going to sound bad. So I'll recap through that chorus because it's the only other bit of structure that we have. Be my little rock and roll queen. Be my little rock and roll queen. Now the reason we've got this 2nd fret power chord, or I would say like an added bonus, which is done all the time, is to lift it off, and the bass riff is a little bit more. We can echo a little bit of that in the chorus. It's just a very common kind of rock technique, doing that kind of idea. It does step it up a small level, but other than that, this song is really simple. I really hope you guys enjoy it and tune down so that you can play along to the record. Let's just have a little play along to the verse and the chorus now to finish up this tutorial. So we'll start with that B power chord again first, and little finger, and palm muting like this. A little bit slower than that though. In 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Just keep that palm muting happening. Try and find that sweet spot. You are the sun. You are the only one. My heart is blue. Stop! My heart is blue for you. Be my little rock and roll queen. Be my little rock and roll queen. And pause, 2, 3, 4. That is how to play Rock and Roll Queen. As I say, if you want more of this kind of rock guitar lessons and electric guitar specific stuff, because we can't get this sound on acoustic, I'm afraid, you want to be checking out my electric guitar starter course on download and DVD. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye for now.